Hi, welcome to Bullet Pointless, when you're looking for just a hit from the On Pointless podcast. You can pick any animated show or movie to have a live-action remake. What do you pick?
Captain Planet.
I would watch a Captain Planet movie so fast.
I mean, our world's falling apart, so I think it would be educational.
That's true. He is our hero.
Yeah. Takes pollution down to zero.
I'd also like to see the live-action version of the person who has heart. Because, like, you can picture, like, fire and earth and water and wind, but, like, I don't know how you make heart look live-action.
Right. I haven't seen Captain Planet in a long time. Now I have to see a couple episodes. Just thinking of it, would Heart not be like Vision from the Avengers?
What do you mean?
Well, he didn't really do anything.
Well, except that what would happen is Heart would do nothing the entire episode until the very end, and then Heart was always the solution to the problem. So I guess what it would be is the whole episode would be people fighting, and then at the end there'd be like just like a rousing speech from Heart to all like love each other and be like, yeah, we should save the planet.
Yeah, it's been so long since I watched Captain Planet.
I know.
I think the first thing that came to my mind was Scooby-Doo, obviously, but they already made that. And then the second thing, for whatever reason, was Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Does anyone remember that?
Yes.
I think it would be funny.
It would be fun.
Have you ever? It was on like Family Channel or something.
Or like the Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
It's
like
one of
late
those,
at night they used to show it. And then I thought the Magic School Bus.
The Magic School Bus is what I was going to say.
And it'd be educational too. Like, yeah, I could see that. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised they haven't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd think they would have. Like, and it would be easy to make live action. I was thinking Recess would be really cool.
Oh,
Recess.
Like a live action Recess movie.
But could you imagine trying to find that many good kid actors? There's no way it would be.
That's true. Like an entire school of good kid actors. But like just a giant like mud ball fight or dodgeball game like they used to have all the time.
Did they not make like some type of remake, like a commercial or like a little like 2-minute thing with Recess? Did they
Like
not
a
do
live
that?
action one?
Yeah, I swear they did that.
I don't remember
Somebody
that at all.
might have. I don't know if they.
But somebody made it.
They've done it.
It wasn't like a full episode, I don't think, but it was like somebody made something where it was like the real versions of them.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Because the kid who played Mikey from Recess looked exactly like Mikey in real life. Because he was on an episode of Seventh Heaven one time. And he literally looked the exact same and had the exact same voice. That was just that kid's regular voice.
Crazy.
Yeah. But Recess was a good time. I'm trying to think of other cartoons. Like, the other cartoon, like growing up, I watched Pokemon, but they just did a live action Pokemon
That's
movie.
true.
So
Right.
it already existed.
Yeah, they've done so many in the past like 10 years, like of the cartoons that we watched growing
Exactly.
up.
Yeah.
So it's hard to choose.
Well, that's where, to me, like, you'd want an obscure one, like, something that's not Disney that they wouldn't think of, where you're like, there's a weird cartoon. Like, I used to watch one called Dinosaurs and Cadillacs. Like, cartoons were weird when I was a kid.
I think a really good one, and it would be hilarious, would be Johnny Bravo.
Oh, that
Because he's his best friend's like a 4-year-old or something, and he's super sexist. It would actually be so funny.
Yeah, especially if Nicolas Cage played Johnny Bravo. Because, yeah, Johnny Bravo was just a complete weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I haven't thought about Johnny Bravo in, like, 20 years.
I was going to say Johnny Bravo, but whatever. I'm trying to think of other cartoons I watched. They've never made like a Bugs Bunny live action, have they? I mean, obviously you'd have to have like a CGI bunny, but you could have like an Elmer Fudd.
Isn't like Space Jam kind of like that in a way?
Yeah, Space Jam's like a
okay.
mixed live action. And the same with, like, Who Killed Roger Rabbit, which isn't Bugs Bunny, but, like, a similar thing. Like,
Right.
they've done the combination of, like, CGI and live action with those characters before.
What about like Ren and Stimpy?
Oh, Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, the
Oh.
Animaniacs.
So, like, if you did Pinky and the
Yeah.
Brain, but it was done, like, Stuart Little kind of style.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have to.
They'd have to just be like that small and like getting out of their cage every night.
Yeah. Pinky and the Brain was so good.
Yeah, did anybody ever watch Ned's Newt?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
The
Yeah,
giant-
Ned's Newt would be good, I think. Because it's like the kid, but then the giant buffoon, like, Newt thing that would
Yeah.
grow up. I think it'd be pretty funny.
You know what would be amazing? King of the Hill.
That would be so good.
A live action King
That
of
would
the
be
Hill.
hilarious.
If they did a live action, because you can picture all of those characters, and like because they're all people, it would just be a live action show with a bunch of weirdos from Texas.
Yeah, true.
I was just thinking of one. What was
I was thinking Beavis and Butthead.
it?
That was very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then you'd still get Hank Hill because he was the neighbor from Beavis and Butthead.
Right.
King of the Hill was a spin-off. I think they did a live action like Simpsons intro one time. I think
They did, yeah.
But like with The Simpsons, with everyone being yellow, like it's not like realistic characters. That's kind of why I liked King of the Hill instead. Like, just like people.
The Powerpuff Girls.
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon would be sweet. I would watch that.
A live action Sailor Moon would actually be super good.
Yeah.
Except it'd be kind of creepy.
Yeah. Yeah. Would it be a darker show?
Because they're wearing very skimpy clothing.
Yeah, and they're like Sailor Moon was kind of weird if you watch it back. Like one of them's like a high school girl, and she's dating like I don't even know if they're high school.
They're all in high school.
But like Tuxedo Mask was this like 30-year-old college guy who hung out with all these like 16-year-old high school girls. The whole story, and they're all like actually planet. It's a weird backstory in that show. If you ever look into what Sailor Moon was supposed to be, it's not what you expect.
If you go into like that kind of genre, you think like Dragon Ball Z would be
Oh,
like
that'd
pretty entertaining. I
Yeah.
think. But it might be really bad too.
It probably would be. It'd
like-
probably just be like so over the top.
Like when they made Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Street Fighter movie is amazing. Just like the Mortal Kombat movie. Those are both so good.
The Mortal Kombat movies aren't bad. The great thing about Street Fighter is they get Jean-Claude Van Damme to play the American soldier.
Yeah.
Of all people, they get him to play Guile, and it makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, that is great. Great casting.
And they
It's
did.
like, let's just get John Claude.
Big star at the time.
My favorite scene from that movie is there's a part where they're standing there, and what's the big dumb guy's name from Street Fighter? Zangief? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a part where they're standing there, and they're standing in a tent with like a closed circuit TV camera that's watching outside the tent, and a truck starts barreling towards the tent that they're in, and they're watching on the TV, and he goes, "Quick, turn off the TV!" So good.
Obviously.
Genius.
They did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, of course.
The first two Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were pretty good.
Yeah.
Every other one since then has
The
been
third
bad.
one? When
The
they
third
were
one wasn't bad.
Yeah, the third
The
one.
Samurai one?
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't as good, but it wasn't bad.
All the new ones since then have looked awful.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the one thing I'm always like super amazed about with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is how realistic their outfits are. They actually look like a human turtle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's very
true.
impressive for like the when
time.
did that,
Time.
early 90s.
Yeah.
Just came out.
Yeah, it's true. Well, and because they did it as like a practical effect, it's not CGI, they actually age well.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, it's so true.
A really weird one I watched when I was a kid was Samurai Pizza Cats.
I used to watch that.
Samurai Pizza Cats was so good. It was about these ninjas that were cats, but they delivered pizza.
You got me right there.
And like, it was weird, but like one of them was a girl, and the girl cat hated the boy cats because they'd kind of hit on her, and she would just like scratch their faces apart for no apparent reason. And I forget what the bad guy's name was. It might have been like, I think it was a little dog.
Is this just like a knockoff of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Kind of, except
Okay.
it was its own thing. It ran for like 40 episodes, but like the way it would work is they'd call in the Samurai Pizza Cats to save the city, and they'd launch them out of a cannon, and they just shoot across the city out of a cannon, and then fight everybody.
And they had like armor, didn't they?
Yeah, they were covered in armor. There was like a red one and a blue one and a white one.
And the girl was the white one because she had like pink too.
Yeah, and they had like swords, but they'd also just like scratch each other with claws. But they were cats, and they'd eat pizza.
I feel like I vaguely remember this, but like I can't. I don't think I watched it.
Oh, Samurai Pizza Cats. They'll save the day, and that's no baloney.